Hello and welcome back to Today in DeFi. It's me, Steven, talking here for the last week in Airdrops. So last week we talked about the pre-deposit vault for Neutrl Labs. They're launching with Upshift as their infrastructure, and with that, the initial 50 million cap that was launched is full within 20 minutes within its launch. So it's a really high demand, and to cope up with the demand, Neutrl Labs actually increased their pre-deposit vault by 25 million, and again, in minutes, it's already sold out. So congratulations for all of you guys that have actually watched our airdrop videos and take action on the airdrop. So it's a 10% target APY plus upshift points and neutral points. We don't know the estimate of these upshift points and neutral points. Maybe it will be huge, but we have to look further into that and do our calculations ourselves. And yeah, I think we'll give you a rough estimate if we have the calculations and when the protocol is already launched. So yeah, stay tuned in our websites or in our premiums. We actually give you a more detailed explanation, a more detailed guide on what to do and what is promising in the latest DeFi markets every day. So for this week, there are two interesting airdrop claims, which is from Hyperwave and also from HyperSwap. So it's HyperEVM season. There's two airdrop claims in a day, and you can actually check that out on our letter. It's completely free. All you have to do is just make a Substack account and download the app, and you'll get free notifications, and you can just read through curated news that we give out every day for free. Absolutely free. Zero commitments involved. So yeah, you can subscribe, and it's a really concise letter, and I actually use it for my daily DeFi trading as well personally. So this might be useful for you. And yeah, back to the topic, Hyperwave and HyperSwap is already live to claim. And what you have to do to be eligible for, first of all, Hyperwave, if you have been trading on Hyperliquid, you might be aware of HLP vaults. So it's a liquidity provider vault. The APR for this vault is really high. Since the liquidation we got on October 10th, that liquidation cascade actually made profits since they are the one absorbing the liquidations, the forced liquidations on Hyperliquid. And yeah, a lot of money have been going on here for the HLP vaults, and the post-month return is 111 APR. That's really crazy, but this is like a black swan event, and it's safe to say right now that maybe this kind of returns are not too consistent, wanting to farm in a bigger time frame. So maybe a conservative 10 to 15% APY would be already great, but congrats to all of you that have actually farmed on HLP and on Hyperwave. That's what Hyper is doing. So they are routing your funds from HyperEVM or even Ethereum into the HLP. And what's interesting with HLP, you can actually route it to Pendle. It's composable on Pendle right here. If you can see, there are a lot of Hyperwave assets here. If you're really bullish and wanting to farm hype, you can LP here. You can trade PTs or YTs here for hype and also for HLP. So if you have been farming the YT points here, if you have been trading the YT tokens on Pendle for HWHLP or hype, you might be eligible for this season 1 airdrop claim. Unfortunately, this wallet is not farming it, so I can show you how to claim it. And the same here for HyperSwap. So for HyperSwap, this is HyperEVM's native, and what you can do to earn rewards is to, first, you can provide liquidity here. There's correlated pairs like hype pairs, or you can even provide liquidity for stablecoin pairs like USDHL, USDT, USDC, USDT, low risk pairs, giving you decent APY rather than putting your funds in an idle state. But yeah, these are good options than putting your funds at an idle state. Also, not only that, if you have been farming the Hyperbeat USDT vaults right here, the APY for in here is really high because they are also farming the HLP vaults that I mentioned earlier. But if you are also putting your funds into this passive vault, you're actually gaining a really high 69% APY, and you also get Hyperbeat vaults, HyperFi, and also HyperSwap. And you can see here it's already airdropped. So the points are already converted into tokens, and you can actually claim your rewards if you have been farming these. So that's the eligibility criteria for both of the projects. It's pretty straightforward, and I know you've been waiting for this section on the next interesting airdrops. So Almanak is a protocol that uses AI to actually manage their vaults to search for optimal returns across DeFi. Here we have three vaults. It's called Autonomous Liquidity USD, it's called AI USD, Autonomous Liquidity Plus using Tether, and also Base Autonomous USD that's also using USDC. The only composable one for now is Autonomous Liquidity USD, which involves depositing USDT on Ethereum onto this vault. And yeah, it's a pretty high TVL vault, 161 million, and the estimated APY is 12.31%. So this 12.31% is consisting of 6% native APY and the estimated 7% Almanak points that the TGE works on the street that it will actually happen soon. And right now the Pendle implied APY is 20%. So it's great that they actually also mention Pendle, because every stablecoin farming is also highly composable on different platforms, including Pendle. And in that case, you can also trade the YT to leverage for points, or even LP. Yeah, LP is a safer way to farm points, but you'll not get as high of a leverage if you are trading YTs, especially for AIUSD. So here you can see the YT token. You can get crazy amount of points leverage, because you have to remember, when you buy YT tokens, you're only buying the part of the token that's earning yields and the points. So you'll get a very high amount of points leverage here, and that's also the same for other YTs amounts. And for that, you can actually still farm it right now, even though the maturity is already upcoming. It's only 1 day. And for that, the TGE is closely upcoming. And yeah, you can actually also still farm it on the next 50 days. There's another pool for AIUSD maturing in 50 days, also giving you a lower amount of leverage for Almanak points, but yeah, it's still actionable and you can still farm it before the TGE. And it's approximately around another 3 or 4 weeks, or maybe a month before the TGE. Yeah, you can still get a decent amount of APY on APY plus the Almanak points on top. So yeah, I think that's it for today's airdrop update. But if you would like to actually get protocols a lot more alpha, you can actually visit our premiums page. You can search for our website, click on premiums. Here are what we are offering. Here are our examples, although the examples are way more advanced right now. You can check out our latest premium letter. You can just click it right here, or you can immediately go to the vouchers or coupons for if you want to pay with crypto. We're also available, and we are only charging you $39 per month, which is only $1.3 per day approximately. And I'll promise you get alpha that you won't think of alone. If you are a beginner trader or even an advanced farmer, we offer alpha every single day. That's what we're offering, only with $1.3 a day. So yeah, that's it for me, and I'll see you in the next airdrop video. Thank you.